Alright, here. So we got several Note 8 cases here. Um, so let's just come over so you can see the back sides. What the backs look like. And so to start off, let's go with the Famavala. Uh, again, these are all like super cheap cases. But I went for ones that said they were drop tested or had some sort of durability test on them. And so this one, it fits perfect. There's a great gap right there to block it from touching any ground. There's nothing that obstructs the flash. There is enough of a profile lip that it blocks the screen from hitting the ground or table or whatever when you set down. The buttons are metal and very tactile feeling, and they work great. They're pretty awesome. I gotta be honest, the texture of this case, it's not slippery at all. It feels great in the hand. It's nice and soft at the same time. It's kind of plasticky but rubbery at the same time. It's a weird texture, but I like it. It feels nice in the hand. In fact, my wife even tried to take it. She actually really liked it until I got her own folio fold-out purse wallet type thing. But this one works pretty awesome. It's my favorite of this little bunch here, and it wasn't very expensive at all. You'll find links down below for it. It works great. I even dropped my phone in it once or twice, and it just bounced and no issues. As you can tell, my screen, of course, isn't cracked. That's the Famavella one. This one here, I can't remember the name of it. It was some very, very cheap version I found. It came with, I'm not sure why, it came with a headphone jack plug that hooks into a lanyard if you want to, which hooks to a stylus pen, which is, it's very plasticky crap feel. And these are just cool to have. I like having a plug because I don't like lint getting in there to keep my phone in my pocket. It does make it difficult on putting in cases and stuff like that, so I don't usually keep it in all the time. But this case is super slim profile. It's raised enough to not hit your lens when you drop your phone, and it's got nice rubber plastic combo feet things here on all the corners too as well. And it's got a kickstand, so you can set it up and it works. And the buttons work great. And I'm not sure what else to say about this thing. It is cheap feeling though. It's a very hard plastic. It's very thin. The lip it has for coverage over the screen area is very, very minimal. It's like the smallest I think I've seen on a case in a while for these curved screens. Except for the bottom here. The bottom here it actually has like a protective like lip cover up type thing. It works. I pretty much just sport this one like going to my buddy's house, and I know it's not going to be outside when I'm going to drop it or something like that. It's just in a house with the carpet. But I do like it. This part right here is rubber, and then this is a really hard plastic, of course. And that's that case. And then this one was something armor. I can't remember the full name. Oh, that's all dirty. I guess fingerprint through those later. There you go. It's got your port covers, access to your pen. Works just fine. There is a small gap across right here to prevent the screen from hitting the ground. Same with the camera. No blockage of the flash at all. The one problem I have found is the buttons. The volume up and down, they're very tacky, and so is the Bixby button. The power button isn't. It's not. You can press it harder than normal, and there's no differentiation between the volume up and down and the Bixby button. There's one solid area, so I had a hard time telling where I was touching. And they even labeled this one power instead of Bixby, or this one power. So you can tell they rushed to ship this probably before the phone even came out. So, and the blocks here, the covers, they don't cover very well. I had it for a while. I used it a bit. I used it for a week. I tried all my cases for a week, and it stays open even when you have it closed. It's still a lip open. This one, of course, I don't usually use headphones out Bluetooth, but it works. It's just I've been tempted to cut these off because they're just an annoyance now at this point. They're really hard to pull out, and the power one doesn't even stay in all the way. Like, it pops out all the time in my pocket and stuff. So, but I did like this case. It feels good when you're holding it. It's just pressing buttons, not so much. And the last case is this case. This is the Patchworks, drop tested and everything. So it's drop tested. You can see we got the certification logo thing there as well. But they also sell car mount setups, and this right here is you can buy a plate to put in here, and that way it doesn't, and it's recessed enough where it's not going to mess up your phone being the case. Still put a metal plate here. I don't have it on hand. I tested it out. It works, of course, and it still worked fine on wireless charging. And it feels pretty good on the phone. Here's what it looks like. Pretty standard looking case. It's just it's all the standards. It's a little bit higher on the camera area than these other two over here. About as high as this one, actually. And the buttons are very tacky, very responsive. There's a separation between the Bixby button and the volume buttons, and they click real fast too. There's no delays in touching them. There's a nice giant cutout for the speaker, antenna, and pen, so you can get quick access. Regular ports, of course, like usual. And it's got a nice coverage between the table and your screen, which I really like. So it's pretty large lips when you set it down. The only thing, like, these two right here are been my two favorites of these four. I like this one. The only thing I have with this one is it's not nearly as sticky in the hand as this one here. This one's more of a rubber stick to your hand type of feel, and this one's more of a plastic, like a video game controller, almost plastic. So if it slips out of my hand a bit, it like slipped down. Like I pulled it out of my pocket like this, and you saw it there. It just slips. Pull it out and it slides up a little quicker and slicker than I would like. And one thing to note though is that right here, if you look at it, the camera has a big higher block right there, and there's not one for the fingerprints. So you put your finger when you slide it up, you can feel the difference. So it made it easy to be able to find my fingerprint sensor. I can just tell it wasn't this spot because I can feel the lip here, and there's not one here. So that was kind of a cool feature. I was let down by the feel. Like, if there's a way to make the sides more rubber tacky or some sort of grip, it would be nice. But overall, I did like this case the best. They're all cheap. They all worked well. Just these three all had, of course, their own problems. This one had, I didn't even find an issue with this one. The coverage was nice. The gap for the screen was nice. The cutouts are perfect. All of these also worked for wireless charging with no issues. So that was great. Find links for all of them down below.